Welcome to Monday Movie Review. Monday Monthly Movie Review?
Sure.
Still working on it. We'll get that bugged out. Also, we're new here. First time doing this. If the audio sounds off, we'll learn. Let us know. Drop a comment. Maybe you'll like. Maybe you'll subscribe. Just because of the audio. Out.
So we saw Leviticus,
Yes.
and I had the same impression so many others had, which is that Leviticus borrows pretty heavily from It Follows. Another thing, again, really apparent about it, is the way it links sexual desire, specifically the homosexual variety, gay desire, and horror in a really interesting way. The scene where Ryan is attacked in the bathroom and his ear bitten in a manner reminiscent of he and, am I saying name? Is it Nahum or just name?
Oh, his name is Name.
Name.
The mother gave no care to that child other than, is he gay?
Yeah.
The only concern.
Yeah, it's fair.
And Leviticus is one of those slow burn horror. Well, you think it's a slow burn horror, but I appreciate that It Follows opened up with a graphic violence scene. I
Yes.
appreciate that.
Yeah.
Because a slow burn, I can't, in a theater setting especially, like Weapons. I felt like Weapons was a slow burn for me. Painful in a theater setting. Fun at home. I can enjoy it at home when I can go get snacks, go to the bathroom, whatnot, but in a theater,
You want to know you're not trapped in a boring movie.
Yes.
You want to know that it's got the chops, even if it's, being cagey with them. You want to know that. So, the film has been attacked as broadly anti-Christian. A cringe-inducing, bro, it was so bad, op-ed for the Christian Post basically said that the movie was essentially a straw man for conversion therapy, which the author claimed had worked for him. Not going to get into that. I'm not even going to touch that.
Personal experience is personal experience.
Yeah, exactly. But can you imagine watching Leviticus and getting the impression that they're saying, "Hey, this is how conversion therapy is." That was it just me, or does the movie pretty effectively communicate that this is like a bad wizard alternative? Not that
A cult, cult off-brand of Christianity, just like all sorts of other, it's like seeing the movie Red. That was an off-branch cult Christian, and you don't have Christians going like, this depicts us badly, because they don't identify it with it. It's kind of scary that there are Christians out there that saw Leviticus and identified more with the people who were doing the conversion therapy.
Exactly.
That is horrifying.
Agree.
And I think that's what makes Leviticus so good, too.
Yes.
Is so many different people can watch it and be either mortified, horrified, or feel seen by the movie.
Yeah, the way certain people feel attacked by this movie. It's one of those, like, you're kind of telling on yourself, but you probably don't care about that.
Another movie it gives the vibes of is Smile and Smile 2.
Yeah.
Because they're invisible to everybody else. Only the person who has been introduced to the smiling demon.
Okay.
Just like the STI and It Follows.
Yes.
Or STD, depending what generation you are from.
Yeah. Oh, that's right. They say STI now, don't they?
They do
You're
say
right.
STI,
yeah.
yes.
I feel old.
Yeah,
I feel
know,
old,
right,
bro.
Right? I made fun of someone for saying STI. And then I was like, all the
wait, that's correct.
all the pamphlets now say STI. And I was like, well, fuck, I'm old, man.
Yeah.
Pluto's still a planet.
Yeah.
Not a planet.
I did not see It Follows first. I watched It Follows based on your recommendation because it gave you so many vibes of Leviticus. And I'm glad I did. Smile, It Follows, Smile, and Leviticus were all in the same universe of invisible, slow burn kind of movies that just have an undertone of a moral story. And I love that. It's like a fable, a fucked up fable. And I love that shit. I will go to the theater and see that all day. So I gave it 3.5 bong rips, doobies, dabs out of 4.
Nice. Yeah, we're still working on the rating system.
Yeah, we're going to figure that out. And
At some
then
point.
It Follows, also loved 3.5. Smile was a surprise to me because that seemed like a creepy ass like theme for a movie, just smiling like evil. But yeah, no, 3.5. Yeah, I love the whole genre of it. Give me more. What about you, bro? You bong ripping it?
Do I have a writ for Leviticus?
Yeah.
Oh,
Which letterboxed?
expertly done. Oh, I mean, just basically that I think it's, and I don't want to say competent. Who was it that said the worst thing about a film you could say about a film is that it was competent? But I think, I don't understand how there's a lot of room for confusion unless you're just uncomfortable with the state, with what the movie has to say. I think it, it's expert linking. I'm struggling here because literally everything I would say about it has been said better by someone else. But the way it hyperlinks, the shame of them even wanting to be with each other, with the fear of its consequence, which is, elevated to the level of it's apparently a literal monster. I think I could say it's a monster without saying.
Yeah,
More,
yeah.
but
and I love that it's someone you know or love, the person you love the most that hunts you down, as opposed to It Follows, which just has a half-naked person following like a boob out, and the boob was always out. Oh my god, and the humping in It Follows, crazy. It was a little more comedic. It gave me more Evil Dead 2 vibes, where Leviticus was Evil Dead 1 vibes. More serious.
I really liked It Follows, but I hadn't seen like a bunch of movies inspired by it before it.
So it is like the top for you, yeah.
I've read a couple of pieces saying that It Follows doesn't do a very good job engaging with its thematic material. I don't really know. I don't know how good of a job a movie really has to do. I will say that, just to close up for me, I don't think they very often do as well as Leviticus. Leviticus isn't the only movie, that was as good as Leviticus that we saw recently, but they nailed it.
And the fact that it was independent film, those special effects, I believed that dude was being choked by an invisible person up in the air. Like, that was incredible. So yeah, agree, bro. Agree.
Yeah, I just think it's really hard to mess up unless you're trying to. It's really hard to misinterpret unless you're trying to. It's really effective. And yes, it borrows, but it does so to great effect. Alright, so we also saw Nightmare on Elm Street 2 as part of a special Pride Month screening.
Yeah, Regal was doing a LGBTQIA plus month for Pride and had some of the most random movies. A Nightmare, Babadook, which I get. I get Babadook. That's another in the Leviticus realm. But Nightmare surprised me. And I was like, we gotta see it, bro. Let's go see it. And I'm glad we did.
Oh, me too. 100%. Would recommend this one. With whatever the full, I guess 4 bong. What's our top amount of bong ribs?
Yeah, I'm doing 4 bong ribs.
4,
yeah,
okay,
yeah.
then
4 dabs.
Yeah, then top 4. So, like you said, some of the choices seemed odd, but as we were watching this movie, that all that questioning went out of my mind almost immediately. Apparently, this movie is famously gay. I just had managed not to hear.
Yeah, I did not hear any of that.
So, according to Out Magazine, they cite a documentary which sounds interesting, which I think we might check out review sometime. A documentary called "Scream My Queen: My Nightmare on Elm Street." I'm just going to directly quote the article here. For those who aren't aware of the story, Patton, who was not out during the film's production, had a decades-long feud with A Nightmare on Elm Street 2 scribe David Chaskin, who vehemently denied the film's gay subtext for years. He also blamed Patton's flamboyant performance as the sole reason for the film's queer reputation. Not only does Chaskin finally confess to intentionally writing A Nightmare on Elm Street 2 as a gay panic allegory, but he and Patton finally hug it out and bury the hatchet. So, gay lead with what is supposed to be, I guess, an anti-gay script. And then the writer basically blames the flamboyant performance of its lead on the movie. So, again, looking back, obviously a great choice. And a hilarious... Like, look, if we're talking horror, you know, we just got done rating Leviticus. Nightmare on Elm Street is not scary. Like it's not. You're not going to be afraid. You're gonna laugh.
Yeah.
The whole time.
Exactly.
It's not the same kind of. When I say it's
Beetlejuice
good,
level.
Yeah, it's not the good that Leviticus or Hokum or Obsession, which we also saw, are.
Yeah, it's classic 80s cheese horror, which I very much appreciate the colors. I am now just today learning that the lead actor was gay. Did not influence my feelings about how queer that movie was.
Oh, I couldn't tell.
That movie was so gay in the writing.
Yeah, in the writing was gay.
Alone.
Gay bones on that movie.
I mean, there were so many times he ran from being with a girl to go be with a man.
So many times.
And it was very odd them writing Freddy being inside the body and like coming out of him. Like that coming out, it was very gay.
It's super on the nose.
Very on the nose.
Having seen it, it's an incredibly on the nose.
To hear the writer was not in the closet is more shocking to me than anything about this story.
Well,
the writer was not gay?
I didn't catch if David Chaskin, the lead actor, is.
Definitely gay. Okay.
Yeah, but I think the writer might be, if he's gay, I think he might not
be full gay. He might be bi. He might be the B.
Well, I was going to say, I don't think he was comfortable with it when he wrote this movie.
Mm-hmm. Oh, clearly. Freddy the gay was trying to bust out.
Yeah, but it is a hilarious... It's double funny. It's hilarious in what a cheesy B horror movie it is. And it's hilarious in its barely subtextual, thinly veiled, they say, gay panic message. It really is fun. Double funny, 4 bong rips. I loved it. And it's, in hindsight, a perfect choice for Pride.
Yeah, 4 out of 4 bong rips. Absolutely agreed. Definitely if you're looking for something more fun on the stoner night, that's the movie. Just complete opposite vibes of the first Nightmare on Elm Street. I get now why they go A Nightmare on Elm Street and Freddy vs. Jason. And Freddy vs. Jason is more serious than the Nightmare on Elm Street 2. This absolutely crazy.
It couldn't be campier.
It could not be. Yes, yes.
If you don't like that, don't go.
Yeah,
if you don't like cheesy B movies, don't go.
Only Nathan Lane playing Freddy Krueger could make this any more campy.
Yeah.
Like, that's it.
Yeah.
So, yeah, go see it, guys.
Yeah, see it. We saw Hokum as well. A movie which, if you go specifically on the reviews I seem to encounter, frustrated moviegoers by refusing to be a more straightforward, ghost-focused scarefest. Far more important to the story are its metaphorical hauntings, but don't you worry, there is also literal haunting. Bro, what did you think?
I'll preface Hokum with I was going through a really rough time personally before we saw this movie. And I was like, hey, let's microdose some shrooms for this movie. And you're like, yeah, hell yeah. And then to go in and have the movies kind of start with some mushrooms was exciting. I was immediately sold when they had goats and mushrooms. So if you see this movie, you should see it for those two things starting out.
For goats and mushrooms.
For goats and mushrooms.
Love it.
And then we get a haunted house. We get weird ass characters. We get an unlikable main character. Like, you are not really on this dude's side. And then by the end, you're on this dude's side. And I love that. You get a witch. You get everything in this movie. And I read an article by Bloody Disgusting that ranked the top 10 horror movies of this year so far and put Hokum number 1. I kind of argue back and forth with myself between Obsession and Hokum. I really, really loved it. My only, I have a question about the elevator scene. I'm not really sure what I was supposed to get from that and the color change in the film. But that's okay. I don't even mind that I have a question about the film I'm not a big fan of the main actor. But he nailed it. The fact that I didn't really care for him as an actor kind of helped me not caring for him as the character.
Yeah. He nailed the unlikable. What I think is him trying to be something of a bad guy so the world can't get him or something. Like, he absolutely nails this.
Yes.
Like, I turned into an asshole to protect myself or whatever.
Absolutely. This defense mechanism he has built up around himself. And being a writer, it also gave me strong Stephen King vibes. And being a Stephen King fan, I am used to having a weird ending that sometimes does not fit the story as a whole. And Hokum had a great ending that did not match that. So a part of me was like, they did it better than the Mr. King would have.
So you got a rating for
4 out of 4 bong rips, absolutely.
Same. Yeah, same. All the way.
Liked it more than Leviticus.
Absolutely. I think I might have liked it more than Leviticus too. I really enjoyed the way it plays with your sympathies. I thought it rather deftly manipulated my sympathies.
And there's an actual mystery in it. There's a criminal case.
Yes,
there is actually a perpetrator as well. There's so many stories in here. I loved it.
But yeah, the manipulation of our sympathies, the way it sort of is cagey about what's going on for as long as it possibly can be. And then it couple of really nice, claustrophobic tense sequences. 4 out of 4. I loved it. I loved Hokum.
Yeah.
So we saw Backrooms.
Yes, after Hokum, I was set. I loved the experience of Hokum. The mushrooms kind of keyed me in. Here's this writer who was basically having to figure out and finish his story, and I felt like at the time I needed something to do and finish out my story. And then suddenly there is this Back Sessions that comes up. Backrooms and Obsession release at the same time. And I'm a horror fiend. What a perfect opportunity to invite my movie watching bro to go and have this experience. Now, I made the mistake of also bringing way too many mushrooms. Hokum, perfect amount. Backrooms, way too many. But it was incredible. It was an amazing experience. The movie is trippy as hell. I feel like the director is David Lynch. And what's even crazier is to hear Christopher Nolan say the exact same shit 2 days ago.
Oh, did he?
Yes, he got David Lynch vibes. And I'm like, you're telling a 20-year-old this. He ain't going to be able to be touched. You ain't going to touch this guy for a minute. I can't wait to see what he does next. You can't even really describe the movie. It takes place in the 90s. The dude finds a portal into the back rooms of crazy, insane David Lynch nonsense. And the people, sometimes there's people, and the dude has decided to try and eat some of these people. And my one question is, did he fuck those people? How long did it... he did. Did he do it first? or after the eating. Just, I'm mind blown. Mind absolutely blown. But I took way less mushrooms. You, sir, took more. What was your experience like?
So, yeah, I took a whole, 3-section of the chocolate bar. And it was definitely a mistake. I should have known better. I knew it would be fun, but, also, I should have known it would mess with my ability to appreciate a movie like this. It wasn't that the reason it really threw me off is because I couldn't tell when the movie was being odd and when I was just high, which, looking over reviews, I'm not the only one who thought their therapy session vibed a little weird. So I feel like, in spite of what was going on, I got that. But, by the time we got to the climax of the movie, although for me, I couldn't tell how long the movie had been on. So, the whole time we were in there, I was just like...
So long, dude.
The movie felt like it took place across 20 very weird minutes to me. But by the time we got to the scene where Clark has captured Mary.
Yeah,
where Clark has captured
the therapist.
Mary. Yeah. I could, I had enough. This was clear. I could kind of think thoughts that were worth having about it. How did you find? I immediately remember thinking, how did you find out that you could eat them? Did you just try? Did one of them try to eat you and then you just tried to eat? Why? How did that even occur to you? Would that have even occurred to you that maybe I can eat these weird things?
No, because I'm not a narcissist.
Yeah, that's...
He is... I think I'm going to take it back to your statement that the therapy session seemed weird. It was very weird because you have an avoidant narcissist and someone who attaches, it appears, and tries to fix everything.
Yeah.
And they can't have that connection because he is unable to have a connection. He has to consume in order to connect. Just like he had to consume all those commercials to come up with his commercial. He only copies.
Oh, I got you.
Which is why he makes so much sense in the back rooms.
Because you put a narcissist in the void and he starts eating the weird, messed up people.
Yeah.
That's obviously because that's what narcissists... Okay. No, I got you.
And the back rooms is also a copy of the real world.
Yes.
And narcissists are just copies of people. They wear masks.
Oh, that's an interesting...
They're not... he
parallel.
Makes more sense in the back rooms and feels more comfortable there because...
He did basically say that, didn't he? I make sense here, or something. Yeah, he does say that.
Because he is a copy. I loved... Oh... Yeah. I loved him being so open about not wanting to change and wanting to stay in the back room. Spoiler there, guys.
Yeah.
I liked that we don't really get an answer at the end. The movie stretched, some of the rooms stretched. The movie flipped stories, the visuals flipped. It was just super trippy. Highly recommend, especially in a theater, on a little bit of drugs. Yeah. Just a little bit. A little bit of mushrooms.
Yeah, you don't really need...
You don't need...
This movie does not need drug assistance.
Yeah.
It doesn't. It absolutely doesn't.
But if you decide to...
Yeah.
Even more so. I would also recommend edibles because it's a 2.5-hour movie. That dab rip ain't gonna last you 2.5 hours.
Yeah.
Eat you some edibles... Relax, get you some snacks, and be horrified by the back rooms. 4 out of 4 bong rips.
3 chocolate mushroom squares.
3 out of 4 mushroom. A special day because we went from back rooms to Obsession. And we can start Obsession that way if you like.
Okay. We saw Obsession, a movie I can't say enough about it. It was amazing. It's probably one of my favorite horror movies.
Yeah, I was excited to show you that one, man. I saw it a week prior to you with a friend who was going through kind of a similar situation with a guy. And at the time, I had no like personal identification with it. I thought it was just fun. I laughed. I was shocked. Yeah. And then some stuff in my life changed, and I started to find some personal identification with it. And I was like, hey, Backrooms came out. Let's go see Backrooms and Obsession. Let's do a back session in one day, bro. And we did. And I remember thinking he's either going to love Obsession or hate it and look at me and be like, what is wrong with you? The animals, the cat scenes, even
Yes.
I'm an animal lover. At first I was like, okay, this is a bit much. They're using this over and over. Now I get it. Now that I've had time, I'm like, oh, I see the double entendres there that they're playing with. Yikes. But yeah, bro, was I crazy or did you love it?
No, it's like 5 out of 4 bong rips. Everyone, the main issues people are litigating about the movie, again, it's like, I don't want to just repeat other people's things, but a couple of something for me, which I haven't heard a lot of people talking about. So like, I don't want to debate whether Bear is or isn't. Obviously, Bear is terrible. He's a terrible fucking person. You suck if you identify with Bear. If you think the movie's an attack on like nice guys or something, you're an incel.
Yeah. Nice is not a good thing.
Yeah, but so I knew Bear was a piece of shit by the time he made the wish. Like, that was clear. It's already. But I knew also there's something wrong with him pretty clearly psychologically. Like, it's not just portraying him like he's bad or a jerk or he doesn't care about other people. Also, something's deeply wrong with him. Yes.
First of all, he looks gross, greasy, nasty. The opening scenes are him coming home to a dead house cat.
Yes.
Open
Exactly.
cans of tuna, knocked over food, and pills lying out. Who lives like that?
That's the point I wanted to bring up is his cat thing is when it's clear he's sick.
Yes.
That's what gave it away for me. And then when after he's made the wish and Nikki digs his cat up and he doesn't immediately go for help and tells me like, "Hey, she dug my cat up." I was like, "Okay, you're not right."
Oh yeah,
you're not
yeah.
right, man.
And him going into the store to buy her a replaced crystal citrine, but deciding to get a one wish, something he could use in case he did not give it.
Yeah.
He already knew he probably wasn't going to give her the gift.
Yeah.
And he was shopping for himself.
Yeah, I think his shopping and then his wish and all that sequence for me lets you know like.
And he lets Nikki pay for the drinks. At the
does.
bar.
I forgot about that.
He won't even put some money down on it.
Yeah.
But he's willing to use his cat's death to manipulate Sarah, who walks up to the bar to get a hug out of her.
Absolutely.
But he never is willing to invest in Sarah past what he can get from her.
Right. So we know he's a user.
Yes.
But then also the cat thing proves he's crazy.
I also really love that they show him in the beginning in bed looking at Nikki's photos on her Instagram.
Yeah.
Because I cannot tell you how many interactions I've had with people in the DMs where that is the vibe, where it feels like all they've done is look at my photos, create stories, and like a mythical romanticized me and never took the time to get to know me. When they'll like enter the DMs and be like, I love you, you're like the dream girl. Like, bro, you haven't asked me a single question. You don't know me. You love the idea of what I can do for you. You think you can be rescued. Like I can pluck you out of your life and bring you to my farm and you can live this wonderful, great life. He's looking at Nikki like, if I'm just with you, life will be better. I just need you. And then once he has her, what happens? He gets bored with her. He's annoyed by her in several scenes when they're together.
Yeah.
When they're cooking, he's just like, oh, and she keeps trying to feed him. He's like
Yeah.
gritting his teeth. When they're in the movie, he turns her face away from him because she keeps looking at him. And he's just like, you can tell it's not what he was wanting, but he just wanted her.
Yeah, yeah. But he overlooks so much crazy shit. You'd think he could overlook that, but I guess what bothers him, right?
Yeah.
You overlooked her digging up your cat.
Well, he put the cat in a trash bag.
Right.
He didn't care about the cat.
No, but I mean, her digging the cat up.
Yeah.
Is so like I couldn't have gotten past that. But I'm not this motherfucker.
And
so.
then her peeing and pooping on herself, standing at the door waiting.
Yeah.
That wasn't enough. What did he want to do when he walked in and saw that? He wanted to go to Ian's party.
Yeah.
He wanted to let her know he had plans. He didn't care that she just stood there pissing, shitting, and vomiting on, or actually it looked like she ate her poop, is what it looked like. Because she was covered.
The way he acted made it. He treated it like, oh no, I've got a pain in the ass girlfriend, and immediately go to the boys. It's like no, she's not okay. Like, you have to do something.
Yeah, everybody, and even Sarah, though. Sarah wasn't trying to get her help. That's supposed to be her friend, and Sarah was more worried that she was taking advantage of Bear.
That's a good point. Yeah,
These were not friends.
Even Sarah was just worried about Bear.
When I say obsession changed my life, I mean that. Because I took a look at that movie and the relationships in my life, and I cut 2 very close friends, people I traveled with, people I absolutely loved, because I saw that movie and I was like, holy shit, those are the people in my world right now. I have someone who doesn't want to get to know me and thinks I'm going to save their life, and then I have a friend who literally just utilizes me for their gain, and then when it's something that they don't like, suddenly I'm the manipulator, suddenly I'm not someone, I'm the problem. When, no, I just have requests. Nikki has requests. She wants to quit her job. She wants to go start a new life. And Bear doesn't even want her to leave. He needs her at that job. He was so, and oh gosh. Oh, I love that movie so much. Life changing.
Yeah, great movie.
Nikki had no friends in it. And the final girl, I'm so glad that because they were going to kill her, I read. That initially the script ended with her blowing her brains out, and they decided not to. And I'm glad they didn't. Like, that is, the way it ended was amazing. So yeah, I would do, 5 out of 5 bong rips. It's off the scale how good Obsession was. Not only did it have all this fable, it literally has a fable woven, Hansel and Gretel. It has horror scenes. Horrifying, bloody, gory, just beautiful scenes. Special effects, lighting. This director did things I've never seen in a film before. And I really appreciate that. I really cannot recommend. If you see one of these movies that we've done in this YouTube or this little podcast, you need to see Obsession.
Yeah. If you just see one, see Obsession. Agree.